full force type stuff. You know what I mean? I thought it was like it was a hard shot, but it wasn't like. I just hit him so clean, like where I hit him at, snapped his neck and everything. And if you know, if somebody neck turn like that.
Now you gotta wait, now you gotta do this rematch, bro. If this don't motivate you, I don't know what will. You know what I'm saying? Because like his name right now is getting through the mud.
Back down from nothing. I damn sure ain't never wanted to come second to anything. So why would it?
Davis is fired up for his rematch with Lamont Roach, promising a knockout this time around. In their first encounter, Davis talked a big game, but fell short. Now, he's returning with more aggression, sharper focus, and a mission to win. Fans are bracing for a high-stakes showdown as...
What is he in for this Saturday night?
A rude awakening. A rude awakening for sure. He just doing what he have to do, trying to psych himself out for the fight and things like that, but come off the first, it's all about skill versus skill, and who had the better skill that night is going to be the victorious person.
Tank hunts for redemption. The rivalry intensified recently after a fiery exchange in an exclusive Fox interview, raising the stakes even higher. Dant Davis's recent draw with Lamont Roach has cast a shadow over his once flawless reputation in the boxing world. Once hailed for his knockout power and unbeaten streak, Davis now finds himself under growing scrutiny. Boxing analyst Tim Bradley didn't hold back, stating that Davis's name is in...
Look like a real businessman now, you know. He's not all loud and crazy like he was. He's kind of calmed it and tamed it down a bit. So I respect that with Ryan, man, and I think he's gonna be a lot more focused now, and he's actually gonna go and train, and he's gonna definitely put on a show, and I think he's gonna win, man. I think he's gonna win by knockout.
How long does that fight go, in your opinion?
It won't go past 6.
Wow, everyone's been saying that.
I don't think it goes past 6.
Why?
What's up, fam?
Why do you guys think it?
Nah, there's too many hoes in the game of too many hoes. Can improve in or improve on, and you know, they're gonna come back and they're gonna put their best foot forward, bro. But like, look, if this shit don't motivate you, Tank, you know, the fact you gotta draw, the fact that you had a big fight lined up with Jake Paul after this, and now you gotta wait, and now you gotta do this rematch, bro. If this don't motivate you, I don't know what will. You know what I'm saying? Because like his name right now is getting drugged through the mud. You know, and all those fans that was on his side, bro, a lot of them are switching teams now. You know, so you know, look, he got a lot to prove, not only to himself, but a lot to prove to his fans and his fan base out there. So he go back in there, had his rematch, and he do what he's supposed to do, like he's supposed to do the first time around. Then all the shit that happened in the past, it swept under the rug, because that's just how, you know, the fans is and the sport is. You know, and then he moves on to
the mud after the fight, underscoring the urgent need for Davis to reclaim his former glory. Bradley even predicted the rematch won't last more than 6.
I feel like you got a certain confidence about this fight that I've interviewed a few different Tank opponents, and everybody gonna say like, yeah, you know, everybody say this shit. That's what you're supposed to say, right? Like, I'm going into a fight. I don't think people thinking they're gonna lose, but it just feels like you have a different confidence than most other people. Where do you feel like that comes from?
That's just how I'm wired, bro. I ain't never backed down from nothing. I damn sure ain't never wanted to come second to anything. So why would...
Rounds piling on the pressure for Davis to deliver a statement victory. Roach is brimming with confidence as he gears up for the rematch with Davis. In a recent interview, he
like I expected, but I knew my son was game. Training camp, he was so focused and locked in. I knew that we was gonna put on a great performance, and it was kind of like stolen away from him a little bit with the decision. But the world got to see how good he is, so that's the plus to come out of this. So he really stamped himself in the boxing world more so with this performance. So like I say, that's why it's bittersweet.
Is it
we get it? We talked to the team. You know, he fresh off. He's fresh off this fight just like everyone else. You know what I'm saying? He might be talking off some whispers or things like that, but I don't know his plans. I don't know his management team and stuff like that. But I know the fans want the rematch, and he should get the fans what they want.
Do you think we could see a rematch take place back in Washington now?
That'd be great. Why not? They just broke the Barclay gate, so I think it'll sell out fast back home.
Spoke with conviction about his skills and made it clear that he's fully prepared to take on Davis once again. With momentum on his side, Roach appears more focused than ever. Lamont Roach Sr., both father and trainer, praised his son's relentless dedication in the gym. While he remains
Can fight Gervonta.
Maybe not. I mean, I think he's had a result, to be honest with you, because one, he should have lost the fight. I mean, he should have had a point deducted. There's no doubt about that. But two, people criticised the Roach fight. I knew it would be a good fight because we know Roach is a good fighter, but people in boxing know that Roach is a good fighter. Now it's giving him another fight. Because if he would have beaten Roach, he's kind of backed in a corner to fight Shakur Stevenson, I think. But now he's got a rematch that's actually much bigger than the first fight. So, yeah, I think he'll be more switched on for this maybe, but Roach is a good fighter. It won't be easy.
sure about Davis's mental state or when exactly the rematch will take place. He's fully confident in Roach's preparation and work ethic. In the first dare, clash between Davis and Roach ended in a controversial majority draw, igniting heated debates across the boxing world. Prominent promoter Eddie Hearn didn't mince words, arguing that Davis should have lost and deserved a point deduction. The disputed outcome.
You got to learn from the first fight. You got to learn from the first fight, and you got to bring something different. But at the same time, you still got to be careful. That goes for both sides. You can't pick a winner. The fight was too good. You can't pick a winner. I see where Lamont neutralized Tank, and I see where Tank neutralized Lamont. Somebody gotta go even further. This might be one of them Jones, man. We might see 3 of these. No bullshit. We might see 3 of these Jones.
Is this a lesson to boxing fans?
Has only added fuel to the fire, amplifying calls for a rematch to finally settle the score. As trainer, Greg Hackett acknowledged just how competitive the first fight was, admitting that picking a winner for the rematch isn't easy. He highlighted the grit and skill both fighters bring to the ring, qualities that make this rematch.
I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older now or what, but I feel like Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I can tell that he didn't get his just due. I mean, it was crazy to hear that he said he got evicted out of a house or something like that. And I was just like, what in the world? And like that type of stuff when you've been fighting and knocking people out and fighting main events. I mean, he fought four main events here at T-Mobile against some of the best fighters. And it's just like, to see that he got evicted from his home and all this other stuff. Now he got kids and, you know, he's not signed with TMT,
Mayweather.
Promotions,
No, he's on his own.
anymore. It's like when I hear him talk, he's like he want to be a nicer guy for his daughters, and he don't want to be
therapy.
I think he would be better and even a better fighter if he went and did therapy like ASAP. Because I can just tell like he's a little sad, he's a little depressed, even before this fight. You know, so I think it'd be a better fight. I think that Lamont has the mental edge. I think anybody right now would have a mental edge over Tank because, to me, he just needs to take some serious time to, like, you know, deal with whatever he's having to deal with. Nobody knows what it is, but I mean, me being a fighter, I have done plenty of camps where I was depressed and where I was going through anxiety. So it's not an easy thing to get over, especially when you don't have the support from certain people that you used to have. You're not motivated and stuff like that. So it can be very, very tough. So I just hope that he gets
one to watch. Echoing that sentiment, Julian Gonzalez emphasized that Davis and Roach are both going all in, proving just how evenly matched this rivalry really is. Renowned boxer Claressa Shields weighed in on the rematch buildup, stressing the importance of mental health. She voiced concern over Davis's recent aggressive comments.
Best fighters in the world.
Now, let's say this fight with Tank doesn't happen for some reason, knock on wood for y'all. Who would you want to fight next, and what would be the next contender, whether it be at 135 or at 130?
So if it's at 135, obviously it's going to be a champ. You got Shakur Stevenson, you got Keyshawn Davis, and Lomachenko if he not retired. We already talked to Shakur, and that we like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like he on board. So
he on board. What do you mean?
Like I talked to him like personally, like me and him, and he was like, you know, we can run it. If you know, if he not gonna give you the fight, and even before the fight, he was like, after you win, we can unify. I was like, for sure.
Suggesting he may benefit from therapy to address deeper issues. According to Shields, focusing on mental well-being won't just help Davis outside the ring, it could also elevate his performance inside it. If Davis decides to walk away from the rematch, Roach isn't short on options.
So he fights somebody, it's the same thing that we're saying about Tank, right? Like, he fights somebody that he's going, that's a lot lighter than him. He takes that fight and he gets whooped by Bud. That shit just kind of changes the narrative a little bit.
I feel like the only point if I could, in the perfect world, if I could have it, like how I want to have it, thank God Lamont Roach made a name for 135 division because we needed somebody. Okay. Let's be real. So now we got a new person, thank God. So now we got Lamont Roach. If I can have it my way, Shakur and Tank, y'all go ahead and fight. Y'all go ahead and do that. Y'all go ahead and do that. Let me fight Lamont.
I like that.
Y'all don't rematch just yet. Cause y'all still gonna have to rematch. Y'all still can rematch.
Yeah.
However it go between me, Lamont, and Shakur and Tank.
Yeah.
However it go, y'all still can rematch.
Word? You ain't lying.
That's the businessman right there.
And that's two mega fights. That's a mega fight for Gervonta, and that's another big fight for Lamont.
Yeah.
And then Lamont still can.
He's already held talks with Shakur Stevenson and expressed interest in facing Keyshawn Davis or even Vasyl Lomachenko, if the latter hasn't officially retired. These potential matchups underscore Roach's ambition and his readiness to take on elite challengers, no matter what Davis chooses. Rising star Keyshawn Davis has expressed.
It's been reported that the WBA president, Gervonta Mendoza, will apparently pursue a rematch between Tank Davis and Lamont Roach after that controversial majority draw decision. That many others, including myself, we were absolutely disgusted by that decision. It feels like that it was an absolute robbery for Lamont Roach, as I do think he deserved to get the W. Especially for Lamont, he deserves that rematch, especially when he proved all the doubters, including myself, that he deserves to be in the ring with Tank Davis. If this doesn't happen for whatever reason, then apparently Shakur Stevenson has offered a chance to Lamont to go for his title, which would be great, to be honest with you. And something should be done about that referee. I mean, that was absolutely disgraceful for what he did over there. And he's the reason why Lamont really didn't get that W, to be honest with you. But I'm pretty sure nothing will happen. Guys, with all of this happening, let me know what you all think.
Interest in a bout with Lamont Roach before the much-anticipated rematch with Davis. He hinted that the rematch could happen down the line, showcasing his eagerness to face Roach in the interim. This adds another exciting twist to the lightweight division, raising the stakes for all involved.
I gotta go with Tank, because he got that equalizer. It's only a matter of time before he land, but I will say this, shout out to Lamont Roach, man. I like the way he's talking. He's talking like a champion. He ain't showing Tank no respect. See, those my kind of dudes. When dudes get between like this and they rise to the occasion and they don't let the media and their opponent and the politics bully them, they fight back. Like, yo, I don't care what he did to who, he fighting me, and I don't care how many of y'all praise him and worship him, he's going to sleep. And Lamont Roach talking a good game, but he got to fight one. It's a big difference when you talking and on fight night, when you walk out to that arena, and it's a whole different ball game. So if he can deal with the pressure and deal with everything leading up to the fight like a champion, I believe, now mind you, that might not translate to a win, but a star can be born. And if he give Tank a good fight and don't get stopped and give Tank a good fight, a star can be.
Gilberto Mendoza, president of the World Boxing Association, WBA, has voiced his strong support for making the Davis-Roach rematch happen. He stressed the need to resolve the controversy from their first fight and ensure a definitive result in the upcoming bout. Mendoza's
documentary, but he did good. Lamont Roach, but only thing I say, if he gonna go back and wish he threw his hands more, he might start getting mad at himself and realize that he when he watches the fight, it feel good to hear everybody say that, but when you go watch the fight and you realize, I let him slide too much. Like even the last round, he's standing there posing, looking at the man like, and then he got caught with a jab. That wasn't good.
dedication underscores the importance of this rematch in the broader boxing landscape. Boxer Lonnie B has praised Lamont Roach's potential to become a world champion, emphasizing Roach's determination and articulate mindset as key factors that will drive him to success in the upcoming fight against Davis.
Nobody, and I repeat, nobody likes ties in a damn boxing fight, bro. A tie? Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like around round 8 or 9, that was going crazy. Like it was back and forth and everything, but like, come on now, stop it. Stop. Davis was supposed to get that fight, bro. He was supposed to win, bro. Like, are you kidding me? Like, who's ever in charge, bro, if it ends in a tie, y'all are going to immediately fight until somebody gets knocked out. Simple as that. Whoever falls first loses. It is that simple, bro. It is that simple. Because if they do a rematch and it's lamer than this fight, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. So you might as well fight immediately right after that. Like what are we doing? A tie? Cap. I call cap.
Lonnie B's endorsement further solidifies Roach's rising stature and credibility within the boxing world. Coach Bernie stressed the importance of refining Roach's strategy for the rematch. While praising Roach's solid performance in the first fight, Bernie pointed out key moments where a more aggressive approach could have altered the outcome. His advice highlights that making these strategic adjustments could be pivotal for Roach's success in the upcoming bout. Fans initially anticipated Davis to dominate Roach, especially with Roach moving up in weight class. However, Roach's resilience and competitive performance have only increased excitement for the rematch. He showcased his ability to absorb Davis's punches and keep up the pressure, which not only boosted his confidence, but also shifted public perception in his favor ahead of their next bout.